At this time, I'd like to ask everyone at home to close your eyes and imagine the first concert you ever experienced. I want you to not only think about the things that you saw and the sounds that you heard, but more importantly, what did you feel at that moment in time? Was it the sound of a melody that made you joyful? Or was it the groove of a rhythm that made you shake your head and stomp your feet? For me, my moment wasn't in a concert hall or a theater. It was in my bedroom the summer before my freshman year of high school, from a CD, the great Erwin Stuckey, my father in music and director of the jazz program at the School for Creative and Performing Arts. I remember when I popped the CD in, being greeted by this beautiful descending harp line surrounded by a stringed orchestra. I was introduced to a sound that I never heard before, a sound with so much passion, expression, freedom. The sounds that I was listening to came from the great jazz master and alto saxophonist, Charlie Parker. I remember being so moved that I stopped everything that I was doing to receive what Charlie Parker was pouring into me. I immediately called the director of the jazz program, Mr. Stuckey, and I said to him, hey, whatever I need to do, I have to be in the jazz program. Because prior to listening to that record, my journeys as a young musician up until that point were in the European classical background. Having played in wind ensembles and orchestras, even receiving a scholarship to study with the third trumpet chair in the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, Chris Karajev, who was a wonderful teacher and mentor to me. I remember going to performances and looking out in the audience and not seeing many people that looked like me, and even less on stage. Growing up in a black household and in my community, none of my friends were listening to Antonio Vivaldi, Mahler, Beethoven. So I had a cultural disconnection from European classical music and its community. However, a deep appreciation for it. However, when I listened to Charlie Parker, jazz music, I felt right at home. Not only because he was a fellow black man, but because he was able to express himself freely. In that time and moment when I experienced Charlie Parker, I experienced one more thing: Black American music. Black American music is the ever-growing sound of Black culture, creativity, and expression through the Black American experience. Founded by the great New Orleans trumpeter and soul brother, Nicholas Payton. I remember realizing that Black American music is for everyone. However, the roots lie within Black American people and its culture. As I continued my journey as a musician and studied not only just European classical and jazz, I researched and studied not only on the bandstand, but in the classroom, in my books. And I found the origin of the word jazz. Originally, jazz was very similar to the M word. Both words were used as a means to degrade and disrespect Black people. The initial name for jazz was jackass music, given by white supremacists. Later shortened to jazz, J-A-S-S. However, my ancestors decided to name the very thing that they created. So they turned those S's into Z's and made it something positive that they can look at, hear, and enjoy. So when we look at Black American music, it's not only just jazz, it's soul, it's blues, it's rock, it's hip hop, trap. All these elements are part of Black American music. When we look at artists like the great Louis Armstrong, who was able to capture the Black experience in the early 1900s through jazz, Black American music evolved even further when it came to Duke Ellington, who captured the Black experience of the Harlem Renaissance with great works such as his Black, Brown, and Beige Suite, featuring the marvelous Mahalia Jackson. Continuing to evolve with artists such as Miles Davis, who not only transcended jazz music for numerous decades, but also Black American music, coinciding with Black American culture. And let's not forget the godfather of soul, James Brown, who let me know my Black is proud, went on to inspire Black American artists such as Michael Jackson and Prince. And let's not forget about the smooth Marvin Gaye, who was able to capture the harsh realities of the Black experience during the Vietnam War with his What's Going On album, along with the pleasures in his I Want You album. Continuing to evolve with more artists outside of just jazz and soul. You look at Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, Beyonce, Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, even to a modern day version of Her and Kendrick Lamar. These artists mirror the realities of the Black American experience. A prime example being Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly album. It not only spoke on his individual perspective, but the communal realities plaguing Black Americans, as far as mass incarceration of Black men and women, along with police brutality, and one of the most terrifying things of all, innocent murder. My call of action to you all is to listen to Black American music with the intent to receive more so than the mindset to bestow. It isn't done with a conceited mindset. However, with honor and respect to what was created before and acceptance of what is to come of Black American music. So just as much as the great Erwin Stuckey and Charlie Parker poured Black American music into me, there will come time and opportunity for me to pour Black American music unto others, and for you all at home to do so. So at this point in time, I like to pour Black American music to you all at home with an original composition of mine called Lineage from my suite, Portraits of Black. Enjoy.